Yeah, I
well
can
enough?
hear you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Perfect.
Uh, I use these wireless headphones, and the microphone is not so close to the mouth.
Uh-huh.
Maybe should I switch to the wired headphones?
I think it's good for now. It's hard to tell yet, but if I notice that it's not that good, I will let you know and then we can switch.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, so I see that
So
you did your homework here.
almost. That's
Almost.
why. Yeah. I still have one more question. I mean, one more sentence to do
All right, let's see.
for
So
for the last set.
I held the cable. I grabbed the cable and I helped Sebastian pull the car. I clutched the cord and I assisted Sebastian drag the vehicle. I immediately snatched the thick rope and cooperated with Sebastian to move the jeep out of the muddy pothole. Good.
Uh,
The
yeah,
only thing I
I
would
have a
change.
question here.
Yeah, what is it?
So, how can you say when I don't know I was looking for the word that describes uh, the rope that uh, I don't know uh,
To start the
when you
car if the
grab it.
battery is dead, or
No, when you grab the rope, it hurts your arm, your palm.
if it's
Like,
rough, or
ru yeah, rough, I think.
a rough rope.
Yeah, I think so.
Let me see. There's a better word that might be suitable for that. Let's see. Coarse.
Course, okay. Then the course, I guess.
The coarse rope. But another thing I would change is I clutched the cord and I assisted Sebastian in dragging, I would say.
Okay.
So those are the corrections I would make there. Next one. My father estimates the alcohol production in my front gauge as a resulted booze. My old man evaluates the wine outcome just by counting the sacks of grapes that are collected. I loathe touching
Yeah.
wet handles in public toilets. I despise feeling dank knobs in public restrooms. Alright, so let's do this last sentence together. Let's find another word for despise first.
Uh, I okay.
So, there's a lot of options here. Which one would you want to go with?
So, I feel contempt for
Okay.
because I haven't used it yet.
I feel contempt. I don't know if this is the right way, because to feel contempt. Mm-hmm. You have a disapproval for.
Okay.
Maybe I feel contempt when. When doing what?
I when I touch.
Yeah, but let's find
What
another.
another word?
Yeah, let's find another for touch then. Actually, just
When I
touch.
feel.
So I feel contempt
Oh, okay. I use feel too.
when
I rub.
sure.
No.
When but rubbing is like when you're like doing this thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I feel contempt when um How about this? When I reach for... What's another word for handle?
Uh,
We're looking for the noun here. So you said knob. What do you want to
yes,
use
it.
instead?
Shaft.
Sure. When I reach for what? You have to put an article
The
before
shaft.
shaft. Yeah, the shaft. When I reach for the shaft and realize that it's what?
Uh, Another word for what?
Wet. Hmm.
Is dank okay? Because I
Yeah, I think it's fine in this case.
okay. Soaked?
Yeah,
Not really soaked.
soaked works. Yeah. That it's. How about soaking wet from when I reach the shaft and realize it's soaking wet? Hmm. How about this? So you say in public restrooms at the end for both of these sentences, but if I put anything like that at the end, it makes it awkward. I feel contempt when I reach for a shaft and realize that it's wet. How about
Okay,
this?
okay, okay.
When you're in these kind of places, how else would you describe this?
When I go to WC,
When I go to the, I guess, but
uh,
I don't want to use that.
gentleman room,
When I go to the gentleman's room,
gentleman's.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Let me see if that's actually a thing. Nope.
Okay, so Google is wrong.
Yeah, let's use something else instead of that.
Okay. I just know a toilet and a restroom.
That's alright. Here we have the internet that's going to show us. Yeah, I guess that is an option. WC. Let's use
Water
something else.
closet.
Yeah. The water closet. When I go to the water closet, I feel contempt. Um, when I go to the water closet,
Every time
every
instead
time.
of the second one.
Sure. Every time. So when I go to the water closet, I feel contempt every time I reach for a shaft and realize that it's soaking wet. That's good.
Yeah, but you did the most of it. That's why it's good.
Well, I mean, I'm saying that it's good, like it's finished, it's complete. But working together on these kind of things is gonna help you as well. So you can see how, like, my thought process. Like, notice how I took this phrase and put it in the beginning instead. Don't be afraid to do that.
Okay.
All right, let's
Yeah,
go ahead and.
I agree. It sounds better. But yeah, I guess I translated it from Romanian. I don't know,
It's
word
not
by word.
necessarily that, but like in these kind of scenarios where you're constructing sentences, you can use you have a lot of flexibility in terms of how you want to phrase it. You can put this in the beginning or you could put it in the end, depending on the order and a lot of things. Anyway, let's pull up the material for this lesson. Alright. So this one is going to be on business idioms. Kind of relevant if you're going to be doing business and that sort of stuff. Do you know any business idioms off the top of your head? Or any idioms at all?
Not. I should recognize them. I don't know. Schedule.
I don't know if that counts.
What's an idiom? Is it a phrase?
Well, you know what? This paragraph will answer your question. Let's just go ahead and read this.
Okay. What is it so important to learn English? English idioms. Well, say you are in an American bar. It's loud, but you can hear other people are saying.
Pay close attention to what the text right? So it's loud, but you can hear what people are saying.
Sam is talking about hitting books. Another is talking about twisting someone's arm. And it sounds like someone's been stabbed in the back. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on?
Do any of those sound familiar to you?
You mean the bolded
Yeah.
idioms?
So those are idioms. The bold phrases are idioms. Those are examples of phrases that have like a different meaning that if you just translated it word for word, literally, it would make no sense. Like, why would you hit a book? Why would you, twist someone's arm? So let's get a little bit of vocabulary down and then see how you do.
Analogy, noun. A comparison between one thing and another, typically for the purpose of explanation or clarification.
Yep.
Metaphor, noun. A figure of speech in which a word or a phrase is applied to an object or action to which it is not literally applicable.
Yep.
Literal. Adjective or adjective?
Adjective.
Adjective. Taking words in their usual or most basic sense.
Yep.
Context, noun. The circumstances that form the setting for an event, statement, or idea, and in terms of which it can be fully understood. Treachery.
Treachery.
Noun. Treachery.
Yeah, so it's actually pronounced like a ch. Treachery. Treachery. Treachery.
Treachery.
Yep.
I find it difficult to pronounce this word. Treachery.
Good.
Noun. Violation of faith. Betrayal of trust.
Very good. Any questions so far?
Can you give me an example of treachery?
Of someone that that does something treacherous. So, when someone lies to you, they are committing an act of treachery.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright then. A little more reading, go ahead.
An idiom is a phrase whose meaning isn't obvious from looking at the individual words. They have developed over time, and so they might seem random to you.
Good. Go ahead and continue.
Idioms often rely on analogies and metaphors. Because they are used so often in everyday English, if you don't know them, it's almost impossible to understand the context.
Good. So here's some examples of the idioms that we're going to be learning in this lesson.
Hit the books. to study, especially with particular intensity.
Good.
Twist someone's arm. Pressurize someone into doing something that they are reluctant to do.
Good.
Stab in the back. A betrayal of trust, an act of treachery.
Good.
Treachery.
Mm-hmm.
Touch base. Briefly make or renew contact with someone.
Good. Alright, so just a few more.
Word of mouth. Information that is passed orally from person to person in an informal manner.
Mm-hmm.
Sever ties. The end to end a relationship or agreement suddenly or completely.
Good.
On the same page. In agreement. Not going to fly when someone won't go
When
over
something.
well. When something won't go over well.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Any questions so far?
Well, just the last idiom.
Not going to fly.
Yeah.
So if something is not going to fly, it's like it's not going to work.
Okay.
You'll see some more examples. But first, a little bit of discussion. Go ahead and read that first question.
Do you have a favorite idioms? Do you have any favorite idioms? If so, what are they? So, yeah, I guess I'm used to with um there was an idiom I just read about timing, maybe.
Timing? Describe what it
Can you
meant.
just uh maybe yeah. No, I was just thinking that some of the idioms I recognize them from the work, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember
It's
which.
alright if you can't think of any.
Okay, uh, I guess I don't have any favorite idioms.
Maybe you have some in Romanian, but not in English.
Uh, you mean business or
Just in general, any sort of idioms.
yeah, I should have, but I don't know. Let me think. Uh, uh,
I remember I watched a video on YouTube about all these Romanian idioms that make zero sense. just like just like these idioms. Let's go ahead and just skip that question then.
where are should I read this next question?
Yeah.
Where are some places where people may use idioms? I guess everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everywhere. But do you have like specific examples of where you might think they're gonna be used more often?
Uh, I guess maybe in presentations or uh, anywhere where you would like to describe the situation a little different, so you can grab one's attention.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you see them more commonly when people say them verbally or when they write them down?
Uh, I guess when they say them verbally.
Mm-hmm. They're also a very popular thing to use when you're writing them down. Like people might use them for articles or blog posts and that sort of stuff. Okay.
Okay, so they are. But I guess maybe some idioms give you a little more time to think about what you want to say because they are longer, and maybe sometimes I don't know. Like I'm thinking, for instance, I have this colleague who always, I mean, many times starts the uh, affirmation with
Mhm.
to be honest, and I think that's how can I say uh, tick in Romania. I mean,
It's a nervous habit or something.
yeah, it's like a habit that he does without even noticing it,
Mhm.
and it gives him a little more time to uh, do his statement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably the same in this situation.
Sorry?
It's probably the same with idioms as well. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, or maybe you just want to uh, use other words.
Yeah. There's all sorts of phrases that people use. I can't think of any right now, but the one that you said, for example, to be honest, is probably one of the most popular ones. Alright, let's do this next exercise. So I want you to match the idiom with the image that's most appropriate.
Okay, hit the books. I guess C.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to fly is B, and on the same page A.
Good. That was probably easy. Since it was so easy, let's go ahead and jump to the next activity. Oh man, I could already see a mistake in this. So it says dialogue, but it should say matching.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and
Uh,
match the idiom with its definition.
touch base. Uh, in agreement
Good.
on the same. Uh,
Well, actually, are you sure it's
br
D?
br no. I guess it's briefly make or renew contact with someone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very good.
I'm sure, actually.
Mm-hmm.
On the same page, in agreement,
Good.
stab in the back, a betrayal of trust, an act of treachery,
Yep.
not going to fly, when something won't go over well.
Good. Alright, so now we got some fill in the blanks.
They go to the beach when they should be, I guess, hitting the books,
Mm-hmm.
and then they wonder why they get bad grades.
Good.
Uh, the company uh, I guess it's severed its ties
Severed its
with
ties. Yeah.
severed its ties with the dishonest employee.
Good.
We are slammed every Christmas. Go ahead and turn in your vacation request if you want, but it's uh, not going to fly with the boss.
Good. Yeah.
You are going to love working here. Everyone's really nice, and you don't have to worry about anyone uh, stabbing you in the back.
Very good.
We decided to sever ties with the company after the horse meat scandal became public knowledge.
Became public knowledge.
Be- became public knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Any questions so far?
No.
Alright, so now we have some dialogue. So I'm gonna read part A and you can read part, or actually you can read part A and I'll read part B. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and start with part A.
I've been so busy lately. I can say that I even have too many clients.
Wow, that's great. How do your clients find you?
Nowadays, most of the clients come to me through word of mouth marketing.
Yeah, they say that the best clients come from word of mouth. Okay, let's swap roles. I'll do A and you do B. I've been so busy, I can say that I even have too many clients.
Wow, that's great. How do your clients find you?
Nowadays, most of my clients come to me through word of mouth marketing.
Yeah, they say the best clients come from word by mouth. Word of mouth.
Yeah, good. Okay, so we have a little more dialogue. Yeah, go ahead and read part A.
Before we make any decisions today, I'd like to make sure that everyone is on the same page.
I'm with you on this. Everyone should be in agreement.
Great. Any questions?
Yes, do you think it would be a good idea to touch base with upper management in regard to this?
Good point. I'll do that right away.
Okay, so now let's swap roles, and I'll do A and you do B. Before we make any decisions today, I'd like to make sure that everyone is on the same page.
I'm with you on this. Everyone should be in agreement.
Great. Any questions?
Yes. Do you think it would be a good idea to touch base with upper management in regard to this?
Good point. I'll do that right away. Cool. Any questions so far?
Mm-mm.
Alright. So let's see how much we have left. We have some questions, some sentence structure, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, go ahead and answer this first question.
Have you ever had to sever ties with someone? Oh. I, I guess I had, but I don't remember it.
I mean, think about maybe an old job you no longer talk to your coworkers, or maybe a relationship where you don't talk to that person anymore,
So
right?
sever ties mean you don't talk. No. Sever ties means like you uh, I don't know, just
Sever ties is when you don't talk to someone anymore.
oh
Mm-hmm.
oh sever.
I'm just writing some
Okay,
notes because I need to make a few fixes.
okay. Uh, uh, I guess I I, I um slowly had sever ties with someone. I mean, um, not directly, but just I faded away.
Mm-hmm. But to sever ties with someone is when you like very quickly don't talk to them anymore. It's just like all of a sudden, just no more. Like for example, um,
Yeah, so
when
yeah, so I guess every time I broke up with a girlfriend, I severed tie to her, but just because
with her, I'd say.
with her,
Uh huh.
because um, I feel that it's easier for me to um,
Move on.
Forget about her. To forget about her.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, every time I end a relationship, I sever ties. Yeah, I can see why. I've done that before too. Okay, let's go to that next question.
When was the last time you felt like you got stabbed in the back? Oh, uh, I can't think about a particular situation
Mm-hmm.
when that happened.
Maybe when someone lied to you, or maybe when you were supposed to go up to present, and then I said that's not actually you.
No, I didn't feel stabbed in the back.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a good example.
Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah, I guess when people lie to me, I feel like that. So, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't happen to me lately,
It
or
hasn't happened to
maybe
me lately.
it hasn't happened to me lately,
Yeah.
or maybe I just don't pay attention, or just want to think that yeah, what you uh, what you don't know, it can't hurt you.
I guess. Maybe you didn't make that association. Like, you didn't realize you were getting stabbed in the back. Like, you felt like it, but you didn't realize it, or something. Because maybe you didn't understand the meaning previously. Okay.
Maybe.
Alright then. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next slide.
Construct sentences from the following idioms. Hit the books. Uh, 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 in university, I needed to hit the books only for a handful of exams.
Only for a handful of exams.
Yeah, like not too many.
Mm-hmm. So, in university, so the something I would change is instead of in, I would say something else, a different word here.
During,
Yeah, during university, or maybe when I was at the university, I needed to hit the books only for a handful of exams. Okay, can you read that one back to me?
when I was at the university, I needed to hit the books only for a handful of exams.
Good. Okay, next one is twist someone's arm.
Uh, I prefer not to twist someone's arm.
I prefer not to. Okay, someone's arm.
Uh, for my personal interest.
I guess it's kind of vague though.
Yeah,
Um, maybe you can try using the phrase twisted my arm. Twisted my arm. Can you use that one in a sentence? Maybe you can describe an experience where you felt like someone twisted your arm. Not literally. Remember, it's an idiom.
Yeah. Uh, uh, the first release of the application twisted my arm.
I don't know if that's the correct way of using it. Because if you remember, the definition for twisting your arm,
Is when someone.
when someone is pressuring you into doing something that you don't want to do, that you're reluctant to do.
Okay,
So you,
maybe so. Then the manager twisted my arm. Uh, in the last part of the year
by making me, by making you do something.
by making me uh, hit the release deadline.
Okay. The only thing I would change is instead of hit, I would change it to a different one, a different word.
Uh, Meet.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
The manager twisted my arm in the last part of the year by making me meet the release deadline. Good. Alright.
Manager twisted my arm in the last part of the year by making me meet the release deadline.
Very good. Alright. Next one
Habit
is step in
7.
the back.
Okay. Uh, I felt stabbed in the back early this year uh, when they announced our salary updates.
When they announced celery updates? Oh, salary.
Uh, Salary?
I understood celery. You know the vegetable?
Yeah, I know.
I felt stabbed in the back early this year when they announced salary updates. Okay. The only thing I would change is instead of early, I would say I would I would end it differently.
Uh, I, I don't know.
Let me give you a hint. The next letter would be this. There's two.
Earlier,
Yeah. I felt stabbed in the back earlier this year when they announced salary updates. Cool. Can you read that back to me?
I felt stabbed in the back earlier this year when they announced salary updates.
Very
I
good.
mean, not really they, but maybe just the manager.
So, did they announce like no increase in salary, or did they announce a decrease in salary?
uh, no, just a minor increase.
Man, you guys have high expectations. Ungrateful employees. I'm kidding.
I guess.
Okay. Okay,
I don't
let's.
know. It just felt like I don't know. It doesn't matter if you do or don't do your job. The increase is the same.
Yeah, that's generally how it is when you work at a big company. Unless
Yeah,
they actively measure your progress and you have bonuses based on performance.
yeah. We have bonuses based on performance, and yeah, that helped the situation at least, but not so much.
It always happens. Whenever there's a salary update or announcement, someone always gets butthurt. Have you heard that phrase
I don't
before?
know.
Someone to get butthurt
No,
always gets
but
butthurt.
okay. Oh yeah.
Like they get
Is it
upset.
in one word?
Yeah. To get Butt hurt. Slang. Overly annoyed, bothered, or bugged because of a perceived insult. Someone always gets annoyed or bothered. So
I don't know.
would you say you got butt hurt because it wasn't big enough of an increase?
I felt like that, but
Okay.
maybe my uh, expectations were higher. That's why.
Yeah, maybe you had high expectations. Too high.
Maybe.
Alright. Next one. Touch base.
Uh, I'm trying to think what touch base is. Uh, is it in agreement?
Not really. So if you look here, it's briefly
Briefly
make or
make.
renew contact.
Okay. Okay. Uh, uh, I guess it, it's useful to have touch base with past clients. With past clients.
With past clients. It's useful to it's not something you
Touch.
have.
Yeah. To touch base.
Yeah,
Uh,
with past clients. Or maybe a better word would be former clients.
come on.
Yeah, clients that
Yeah.
used to be that are no longer clients but used to be, right? So can you read that one back to me?
It's useful to touch base with former clients.
Yeah, very good. Why is it useful to touch base with former clients?
I guess it's nice to touch base with anyone, but when people are touched base, can you
When they
use that?
touch base.
O- one day touch base, or
Yeah, when people touch base.
when people touch base, they make them feel special, and people are happy with that, and maybe they would like to show the appreciation. I don't know,
Mhm.
somehow, or
Mhm.
just uh, keep contact with them,
Yeah.
and nothing bad can happen. Only good things can happen.
Yeah, I guess. When was the last time you touched base with someone they haven't talked in a long time?
So lately, I've been trying to do that. I guess with my sister,
Okay, I mean that's a good one.
who lives in Cluj, so she's not so far.
Uh-huh. I guess maybe
And also
I should do the same with my cousin who also lives in Cluj.
with whom?
My cousin.
Oh, your cousin. Yeah. And also with my cousins who unfortunately recently had uh, their mother died. I
Uh-huh.
mean, my aunt.
Okay. I actually have a question for you. Do you hear any background noise?
No, I don't.
Okay. There's a little bit of background noise going on right now. Anyway, any questions so far?
No.
Alright. So we're gonna skip those and just go directly to these discussion questions. Alright, go ahead and read that first question.
When is it appropriate to use idioms? Like I said before, I think it's appropriate every time you want to emphasize something or you just don't want to repeat yourself.
Uh-huh. Good. Okay.
Or maybe you want to grab one's attention.
Yeah.
How do idioms help you in communicating your ideas?
It's kind of similar to that last question, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel that way. So I just wanted to reply by using the to grab one's attention.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna change that question. I just made this lesson, so I think I need you. Usually, what happens when I first make a lesson, the first student that I use it on, I notice all the mistakes. So I'm probably gonna change that one. The third one is really similar too, isn't it?
Why do people use idioms? Yeah, yeah, I guess you can answer with the same answer to all of them, to any of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change this up a bit. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all I have for you in regards to this lesson. What did you think about this one?
Uh, I don't know. I just didn't feel very um, in shape today. Maybe I am not well rested or something like that.
Yeah, maybe
Just
I could
that
tell
the
that you were struggling.
yeah.
You were struggling more than usual. Are you tired?
I don't know. I feel tired right now, but uh, I didn't feel before starting this.
Yeah, usually it's obvious like halfway through. Especially because you have to like actively think in a different language, so it takes more energy and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I learned that in the first lesson.
How did you realize that?
Uh, you told me.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I just noticed it, and you told me that it takes a lot of energy for me to speak in another language,
Mhm. Yeah, it does.
and it can get me exhausted.
Mhm. And there's also something to take into consideration, being that you just had another lesson yesterday, right? So if you have one lesson and then another one the next day, maybe you're not used to doing it that frequently, right?
Maybe, but I like this lesson, so they don't. I don't know. I don't think of them like I don't want to do them. I want to do them. So it's not. I don't see them as a difficult thing or something that.
Oh, they're not difficult? Wait, are you saying I should make them more difficult?
No, so not difficult was the word.
Oh, you want me to make them easier?
No, not easier. Uh,
I'm just messing with you.
when I think I'm having a lesson, I don't feel bad. I mean, I just look forward to having that lesson.
That's good. That's a really good compliment.
Yeah,
I guess, as I could say, that makes my day. As far as this lesson goes, though,
great.
the idiom lesson, as far as the content, what did you think about this
So,
stuff?
so I, I don't think it was hard. It was difficult, but just that I don't know. I was not in shape,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I don't know
sometimes,
how I can overcome that. Just
um,
by sleeping well.
yeah, get enough rest. Maybe something that affects you also is if you just had lunch. and you
I
start.
did.
Yeah, that's probably why. After lunch, you probably get tired. Your body has to digest food, so all the all the blood goes to digesting instead of to your brain, and so your brain doesn't work as well.
Right. Yeah. It's just that I had a meeting before that, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quite have time to have lunch.
Yeah, sometimes that happens to me too. But see, what I do is I drink some coffee to fix that
Yeah, I
problem.
try to drink uh, just one coffee a day in the morning. I used to drink two coffees,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel that's too much. And yeah, I feel uh, very tired, and also my head hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
After you
So
stop drinking as much, or when you drink a lot?
whenever I don't drink it,
Yeah, that means you're addicted.
yeah, and I want to stop or maybe low this addiction. How do you call
Uh-huh. Lessen the addiction.
it? Lessen the addiction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've gone through periods of time when I had less coffee, less caffeine, and then periods of time when I had more. I guess it depends on stress and how
Do you
busy I
drink
am.
American coffee?
No, I don't drink American coffee mostly because most of the coffee here is finely ground, so that's good for making like espressos or using it in a one of those Italian, what is it called? Uh,
Espresso machine?
it's not an espresso machine. What is it called? Like, mm, it's this thing, a mocha pot.
Mocha pot?
It's yeah, this is a mocha pot. It's similar to an espresso because you put the
Yeah, yeah.
espresso things and stuff. But
I have one of those.
yeah, this is what I use to drink coffee usually. But in America, I used to drink it in one of these things, in a French press.
Okay, but I heard that how much time does it take for a coffee to make?
5 to 7 minutes.
So not that it's not that bad.
No, it's a pain to clean that. You have to clean it
Oh,
every time, you
okay.
know? That's, I guess, the biggest problem. But the
I
most
haven't
popular.
used one.
Really? Never?
No, I've heard of them, and maybe I've seen them, but I haven't used one.
Mm-hmm. This is like the most popular way of drinking coffee in America.
Yeah, I know. Is
The
it how do you call it?
It's just a drip coffee machine.
Drip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's also the same technique that's used in like it's very similar to this type of making coffee where you just pour it over this thing.
Isn't it the same?
Almost. Some of these
What's the difference?
some of these don't have a paper filter. These do. So inside this thing here, they have a paper filter.
Yeah, yeah,
And the paper absorbs some of the acidity in the coffee.
yeah, but it's easier to maintain.
I guess. But I
Uh,
prefer I prefer drinking it without the filter because the acidity adds to the flavor. Cool. I actually have a
but
lesson on coffee. We could probably do that next time.
yeah, sure. But
Hmm.
like I said, I don't know when the next time is. I mean, just the week after next week.
Mm-hmm. Well, the link for scheduling is this one right here. So when you do know, just use that link and just like you did before, you know,
Okay,
just use the link and schedule 2 meetings back to back.
okay. The reason I can next week is because my clients from United States will come,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to be. I mean, it would be nice from us to be at work every day
Mm-hmm.
because they are coming from another country, I guess.
Yeah.
So we can go to work. No, no, but it will strengthen our relationship. I hope
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
because
Or,
it's the
you know
first
what
time
else you
they
could
are
do?
coming
I have
here.
other students that work in like the office, and they just go to an office room for an hour and have a lesson. I don't know if you're allowed to do
Yeah,
that.
but
Depends.
yeah, yeah, but I have enough English this next week anyway.
Oh, because you're gonna be talking to Americans, huh?
I guess.
Well, I hope you impress them.
I hope I will.
No pressure, but don't let me down. All these lessons. This is the moment where you shine.
It's showtime.
Exactly. All right. Well, when you do know your schedule, or um if you like scheduling, just use that link, and that's when I guess we'll have our next lesson.
Okay. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. You too. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.